I think the consensus largely is now that the use of large language models, LLMs like ChatGPT in student work is something that is to be expected.
What you end up seeing is people just constantly using it for assignments, for homework, even during exams, and it's really concerning just to see how many of my classmates in a lot of these different situations are just fully relying on it for everything.
It's becoming increasingly more common for professors to allow the use of AI in specific ways in their classroom.
My name is Dr. Brandif Karen. I hold a PhD in Science and Technology Studies from Virginia Tech. I'm currently a full-time lecturer in the Interdisciplinary Studies in the Liberal Arts at Cal Poly University. For a long time now, the use of various forms of artificial intelligence in student work has been an issue that's been grappled with. I mean, it's a reality now that a lot of people are taking as a given. Many of them have shifted their pedagogical practices, shifted the types of assignments. One popular move is to require essays be written in class, by hand, without the use of a computer. Others, and this is the route I've taken, is to simply allow the use of idea generation through large language models, but to have students indicate precisely how they used things like ChatGPT in constructing the assignment. Another thing I do is come up with specific prompts that I know ChatGPT is not good at, right? And so I'm comfortable in allowing students to make use of it to generate ideas, but of course, foreground and caution them that ChatGPT will not be able to write a full, will not be able to respond properly and in full to the prompt provided.
I'm trying to remember just what was exactly in that email.
The recent announcement from the CSU Chancellor regarding integrating artificial intelligence as a tool across all CSU campuses has sparked a range of reactions amongst the students and the faculty.
My name is Beck Kiley, and I'm currently doing my master's degree in engineering management.
What are your thoughts and feelings towards the AI partnership signed by the Chancellor of the CSU?
It terrifies me. It was really phrased in a way that positions it as a replacement for so much of the incredible things that education and the CSU stands for. It phrases it as, to make the CSU the nation's first and largest AI-powered public university. Not tool, not resource, but powered.
I was disappointed in how that decision was arrived at. The decision itself as well, but really it's more of a procedural issue. That announcement, which was university-wide, students and faculty, was a surprise to all of us. It was the first a lot of us had heard of it. And so just the process by which really big decisions like that get made about how students are best educated, I feel would have benefited from a more open, transparent, and democratic process. But professors weren't even consulted, the people who are on the ground doing the teaching. And somewhat ironically, I teach a lot about the many problems with AI, and especially the ways in which a small amount of very large corporations are the ones that are developing these through the use of grossly unethical practices. The governing of what happens in the classroom, what happens in terms of how we deliver education to our students should include the people that do the teaching more directly.
That really communicates to me that they're not looking to continue prioritizing the work of students or professors. It seems like it's just a way that they can inject AI into something else to try and prove, oh yeah, this has a purpose. This is worth the millions of dollars, billions of dollars that different corporations are putting into this. It really concerns me as to what direction we're moving, both in terms of the students that will be coming out of Cal Poly and all the other CSUs, as well as how we actually value professors and other staff members.
Would you want to drive over a bridge that an engineer designed who used an LLM to answer their differential equations midterm? Probably not, right? Whereas, the implications of an English literature major asking an LLM to write a poem for them perhaps not as severe, although I love art and I love poetry, and so I could put together an argument for it being just as severe, but hopefully no one would die as a result of a bad poem, right?
A lot of my classmates in this master's program already did 4 years of their bachelor's without using ChatGPT, so they know how to do these things. But I think once we get to a point where you come into Cal Poly or any university and you're able to just use this to do all of your homework year after year, quarter after quarter, you're going to get to the end and you're just going to be good at copying and pasting and tweaking prompts here and there to be able to get a good answer out, rather than being able to produce original thought, being able to responsibly and constructively examine a lot of the biases that exist in these systems and these the training resources that AI systems use. And instead it's just going to be just regurgitating a lot of what's already out there. What's the long-term future or ability of Cal Poly grads if this is all that we're expecting them to be able to do?
The process by which this decision was arrived at seems to be oddly unilateral for an institution that's supposed to be, we are the academy. We are an entity separate from both government and corporations. The casual acceptance of a small amount of, literally 2 companies having full control over this technology and the rest of us being beholden to whatever the developers decide to do with that technology, the casual acceptance of that as just the way things are could potentially prevent people from asking critical questions about how things should be.